I thought of the pieces of me I'd left behind, a piece here, a piece there, scattered like breadcrumbs. How much of me was left? My brother leaned over the rail so far that I felt myself reaching for him, ready to pull him back. He said, "See for yourself." All at once the haze lifted, and in the distance I could see the black outline of land. Something appeared through the clouds, at first a dusky mass, like a haint, but then a form, a crown, a torch held high, the Statue of Liberty. The torch had been dark since the war began, but now it burned bright through the mist. The soldiers started to cheer. 2 dirigibles flew low in the sky. A helicopter passed over the ship, then another. From somewhere, a song was playing, as if the city was singing. Smaller boats steamed past, blowing 3 long whistles. The gray ghost responded with a rumbling, knee-shaking blast, like thunder. Flags flew from the tops of buildings and from the windows, which were open and filled with people leaning out. A brass band played on the pier, "God Bless America." I had a hand on my brother's arm, lightly, hoping he wouldn't move it away. I said, "Oh, Johnny Clay, it's beautiful." We pushed down the gangplank, carried by the crowd. 15,000 soldiers fighting to be first on shore. I held tight to Johnny Clay's hand, my feet barely touching the wood of the dock. With my other hand, I held tight to my hat box, my Mexican guitar, my mandolin, until Johnny Clay took them from me. I didn't need to walk because the men around me were pushing me forward. Thousands of people lined the pier and the harbor, waving, crying, shouting our names. Banners held high, flying in the breeze that skimmed off the water. "Welcome home, boys! Well done!" Handkerchiefs to mouths, sobbing, laughing. The first of the soldiers off, straining to find loved ones in the ocean of faces and waving hands. Men in uniform kneeling down to kiss American ground. Newsreel crews gathered, interviewing the returning heroes. Confetti falling like rain. I wanted to cover my ears from the noise, but I didn't dare let go of my brother's hand. It was his bad hand. I tried not to feel the knuckle, the smooth knot of where the skin had grown over. Just like that, we were on land, back to America, home. From somewhere, I heard my name and turned. I could see a man running, holding onto his hat. "Velva Jean Hart?" "Yes, sir." "You're the little girl pilot, the Wave." "Wasp." I wasn't a wasp anymore. Women Air Force Service pilots, responsible for ferrying planes and bombers to military bases. The Wasp had been disbanded in December. I wasn't anything anymore, just a girl wanting to get back to her family and her mountains. "Right, sure, Wasp. You were in the British papers." Was I? I didn't remember. I'd been too busy worrying over Johnny Clay, sitting at his bedside in the base hospital, praying for him to wake up, to get better, for months. And then waiting to go home to be told he was strong enough to find a ship with enough room to take us. "Martin Seaver, New York Post. Mind if I ask you a few questions?" "Okay." "How old are you, honey?" 22. "Where you from?" "North Carolina." "Charlotte?" "Alluvial. It's in the mountains." "You the brother?" The man with the hat looked at Johnny Clay. "Yes, sir." Johnny Clay narrowed his eyes. The brass band played Battle Hymn of the Republic as men kissed their wives, parents, children. "How did it feel to be rescued by your sister? Is it true she picked you up herself and carried you into the plane?" I thought Johnny Clay was going to punch the man. I said, "There was another man, an agent." I didn't want to say too much.